Welcome to episode 2 of Oso's Guide to Speedrunning Metroid Dread. My name is Oso, and thanks for watching. If you like these videos, make sure to head over to my YouTube channel, give a like, and consider subscribing for more content like this one. This is the intermediate guide, where we will aim to beat Metroid Dread in about 2 hours, so say. This is intended for players who have already beaten Metroid Dread in under 3 hours, and are looking to get better. Last time we were focused on just good fundamental mechanics, how to constantly move through the map as we're getting from location to location, and getting familiar with the overall route. In this episode, we're going to be introducing some sequence breaking. This is developer intended sequence breaks, as well as introducing some early pseudo wave beam. This will not be mandatory, but it is highly recommended that you begin practicing this because if you want to get better and if you really want to, get to a point where you are competitively speedrunning Metroid Dread, you're going to have to learn how to do the pseudo wave beam, and just so that you are aware, this means getting to a spot where you clip Samus into the wall, as so. Very hard to do when I have the wave beam. But essentially, you're either going to be using a slide or a lunging pose, such as this, to shoot through the floor or the wall. Secondly, we're going to be performing some advanced shine sparks. Essentially what I mean by this is that when you do the shine spark, you should be able to jump without causing the shine spark to occur. We do this by running and doing a spin jump. And then you should be familiar with how to get out of the spin jump in order to do the shine spark. The easiest way to do that I have found is hitting the B and Y button simultaneously, and that also puts you into gives you an instant spark, like so. Lastly, you should be able to charge the shine spark in a very quick manner, and then also be familiar with how shine spark operates, in that you can actually use diagonals to restart the shine spark again. We're going to be doing that because we're going to be getting gravity suit earlier than intended in this run. So, and the second thing I'd like to say, or last thing I'd like to point out is at this point you should be getting better at your mash. So this is not a mash, like this is just tapping the shoot button. Like you should be able to get a little bit faster to like the point where, like, I would say that this is a really good mash for someone that's aiming to get to 2 hours. Eventually, you would want to get to a point like this, or, eventually we're going to also discuss about doing double mashing like this. This is not required right now, so don't be worried. But we are going to be. The expectation is that you are able to perform a little bit better, not die to so many mechanics, and we're also going to be forgoing some of the missile and health pickups that we did in the earlier run. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So just like before, we're going to select our normal mode, 3 hour and 44 minute save. And as again, time starts as soon as we hit continue. So, without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, go. So in this run, we're going to be sequence breaking to get early grapple beam, which will give us an easier way to get to morph bombs. And we're also going to get early gravity suit so that we don't have to go through the purple Emmy terrain without gravity suit. So that's going to be a good time save. So as before, we're going to go through. At the beginning of the game, missiles are your best friend, okay? And we are just building on the fundamentals that we learned in the first game. I'm gonna mash through at him. Not gonna save. And here we're gonna start, learning that we can spin dash. Go through the tutorial. Keep moving. Okay, here we're gonna use missiles. Okay. And we tried this route. A little bit faster. We're not too worried about getting hit because it's so this is one of the first sequence breaks that we can try. It's not going to be something that's mandatory, but if you want to try it, what this is a pseudo wave beam. What we're going to do is we're going to slide like so, and then we're going to jump, and we're going to hit this corner right here. And I will link a video on detailing this, but essentially what we're going to do is this, and then we're going to move back, do it again, third time. So when it's at this color, we have to back off, and we're going to now do it on this corner. Okay, so I like to do it backwards. And there we go. And what this does is it skips the tutorial, Okay, saves about 2 minutes. Okay, now here is another pseudo wave beam, but this is a little bit more tricky. And so we're not going to, I'm going to show you, but we're also just going to go through the normal route, okay? So what you do is you slide, and then you're going to aim to shoot right at this corner right here. Okay, and that's all. It takes a lot of practice. It's not the easiest thing to learn, but once you get it, like it's one, it's positioning, and it's also timing. Okay, but we're just gonna continue on with our normal route. Free the Emmy. Continue up. Yeah, I know, right? Of course I get it on my first try during a tutorial video. How's it going, Sonic? Alright, so now we're going to talk to Adam again. And we're going to go through the same route as we did before, but we're going to aim to go a little bit faster. Okay, so we should know the route by now. Shoot that. Continue on. Not exploring anymore. Looking to get through as fast as possible. Okay. Maybe start working in the spin jump as much as possible. Missiles to take out the shrimp. Remember, we got plenty of missiles in the early game here. More missiles. Spin jump as much as possible. Here in the water, we're gonna jump just to make it a little bit faster. More missiles takes out the shrimp. Aim the bomb block, continue forward. We know the route now. Okay. Maybe start incorporating the slide motion off of the ledges like this. Get some pickups, continue on. Enemy's in a bad spot, it's alright. Don't panic, just keep moving. Enemy's in a bad spot, we're not gonna risk it, we'll just go the long way. No big deal. Okay, sliding off. Don't need to worry about that dog, just keep moving. Use melee counter if you need to. Okay, and we got charge beam. No major differences from before. We're just building on the fundamentals that we learned in the last episode. If you get hit, just keep moving. You can take a couple hits. Here, we're going to spin jump with the charge beam so we can just take out that bat. Okay. We're also pre-charging our charge beam so that if there's any doors that require it, we're already to go. Not panicking because the enemy's in a bad spot. See? Already had a charge beam ready to go. Charge beam ready to go. I'm using the spin jump to my advantage to keep moving faster.
Uploading data.
Talk to Adam. Now we're gonna head over and get Spider Magnet. See? Sliding. 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 Now here we're gonna do a minor sequence break. Okay. So right here, this is where we're gonna drop off. We're actually gonna pull over to the right. Oh. Charge beam ready to go. Just a little bit faster. Need more missiles. Melee the Rinkas. Now we're gonna just ever so slightly get a little faster here, okay? Use missiles if you want to. Should have a surplus now. Same as before, we're going to take out the Emmy. Okay. There are faster ways to do this, but the whole point is to be consistent. So, as you get a little bit more experience, we will try more riskier options that will take out the enemy faster. Okay. Spider Magnet in 1039. So one thing I did earlier that I didn't really talk about is I actually shot this door as I was falling down. It's just a time save. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. Biggest thing, we're constantly moving. Okay, Garfius is the same as before. Hopefully we're getting a little bit better about our aim. When you see him raise that tail like that, you want to get to the inside. You can keep shooting his head. As soon as you run out of missiles, that's when you shoot his tail. And that's it. That's Scorpius. So I don't expect you to go as fast as I just did, but that was a very easy Scorpius. There is some RNG to where he positions his head, but you want to get used to the idea of shooting his head while he's cloaked. Now we're going to try incorporating the slide cloak mechanic, okay? So anytime you see a door, we're going to slide and cloak. Just like that. Just keep moving forward. Okay, not doing anything risky. Just keep moving. Good. We're not going to be crawling on the spider magnet. We're going to be jumping, and fire damage is completely negligible. Only time that you have to worry about it is in dread mode. So we're just going to ignore it and just keep moving. So on our way over to Kataris in 13 minutes. Not bad. Sonic, do you have any input you want to say to future speedrunners? Okay. Know the route. Just keep moving. We need pickups. That's where we get it. Otherwise, we're just going to keep moving. Talk to Adam.
Uploading data.
Okay, we're going to start ignoring... Oh. It's my miss. Bad. Okay. Don't have to kill every enemy that we see. Just the ones that are in our way. That's just a little optimization to open the doors. Here, we're gonna jump. Okay, we're not going to be using the climbing anymore. It's too slow. You also notice that I'm jumping as soon as I hit the ledge. The get up animation is also like really slow, so. Okay, aiming in a bad spot. Just wait it out. No, that only costs us maybe 5 seconds. All right, charge beam. So again, another thing where we're going to familiarize ourselves with the route is slow opening doors. Here we're going up so that the door opens for us before we get there. We're going to keep moving. Here, we're going to knock that with the melee counter. Here, we're going to attempt. So what that is you release a charge beam and then immediately slide over to the right. That's all it is. Nothing too fancy. Okay. Here, we're going to shoot the door below us and then we're going to continue forward. What that does is that opens up the door. Here, we're going to aim up, and as we do that, the thermal door is going to actually open up ahead of time. So it's just little tiny things that we're doing that kind of just, it saves seconds and it adds up over time. But again, the biggest thing is just we're going to know where we're going, what to expect in each room, and what we need to do to overcome it. Okay? And that only comes with practice. Talk to Adam. It's going to tell us what Emmy stands for. You can tell how often I've, how many times I've played this game because I can know how, what Adam's talking about in every instance. Okay, that's just a little tiny optimization to get there faster. Okay, you can see I'm spinning every chance I get because it's a faster way down. Okay, not going for the map room. Here, we're going to try small optimization right there. That's landing on the bottom platform and then wall jumping to get up. Again, right there, just a small melee counter gets us through there. That, I'm aiming as I'm sliding to hit the button. Small optimizations. They all add up to a huge difference at the end of the game. Especially when you're talking about something where you're playing it for 2 hours. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, here we're going to attempt to sidetrack an enemy. We're going to allow him to detect us for a second, and then we're going to jump over him. Okay. Ride this up. Keep moving. Know what's coming up next. This time we're gonna just ignore that guy that's spewing acid. Okay. Constantly moving. Right here. If you're constantly moving, you can just avoid that suicide octopus monster and just jump over it. But even if you were to get hit, it's 50 damage, and it takes a second to recover, versus if you were to stop and wait and attack it, you know, you're talking about 5-10 seconds that you're just wasting trying to attack each enemy, because you have to wait for the melee counter and everything else. So what we're trying to do is optimize so that we're only attacking the enemies that we have to, and everything else we ignore. Okay. Continuing with the speed jumps. Here, we're gonna fire a missile, get some pickups, continue on. Want to slide, now jump. Allows us to reach that. Now slide, I'm neutral stick, and I don't grab onto the ledge. And as you can see, every corner that I'm reaching, I tap the B button to jump up to the platform that I'm holding onto, rather than doing the get up. Like you can see, like this takes significantly longer than that. Okay, now we have white beam. I forgot to split. Just skip it, move on to the next one. Neutral stick. Keep moving. That's a more tricky maneuver. That's I thought I could hit. But it's just melee counter and then you spin jump again. Here, know that there's a charge beam door. Armor, you have a charge beam ready to go. Already have a charge beam ready to go. Worst block in the game. It's fine. We recover, we move on. Okay. Let's go get Morph Ball. We're gonna do a different strategy to get the green Emmy. In this one, we're going to get him super quick. But here, just spamming missiles. Nothing complicated. When you see the animation of the shell breaking, that's when you charge beam. And then just lay into him. Okay. Here. Open the door. Now, as soon as we get through the door, we're just going to stop and aim the Omega Cannon. So it looks like this. Okay. Enemy's going to come right through there. We just keep firing. Gonna come through here. The shell is already broken, but it has to go through the whole process. Okay. It has to go through the entire animation, so don't worry about it. Once it gets through there, if you've been shooting at it, it probably is already broken. You just have to wait. But now we have Morph Ball, and it's less than 30 minutes. Now again, remember where we said we're not going to do the get up like this? Instead, we're going to continue practicing the slide. And the jump. Okay. We're gonna try to avoid using the get up as much as possible. Here, just wait, shoot, and grab the missile plus tank. Yes, we have a lot less missiles than we had before, but that's okay. Welcome, everyone. This is my guide to Introduction to Speedrunning. This is the intermediate guide, where we're going to try to beat Metroid Dread in about 2 hours, like give or take. So I'm sure like this run will be under 2 hours, but for anyone following and is interested in speedrunning and wants to learn this route, I think 2 hours is a pretty good. All right, so here we're gonna jump and then go into a morph ball. Okay, real simple, clean movement. There, we just double tap the morph button to both slide and turn into a morph ball. We just pre-open that door while we go through the various sequence. Pre-morphing. Here, we just open that up as quickly as possible. Charge beam. We're gonna jump and then morph at the same time. Again, we're just taking the fundamentals that we learned in the last run, and we're just adding to it. Here, we know it's a charge beam door, so we're just gonna pre-charge. Morph Ball is faster to drop than anything else, so we're gonna use Morph Ball as much as possible, where it makes sense. We know it's another charge beam door, so we're going to avoid attacking. And there, that's just a little maneuver. So what I did is I slid, turned into Morph Ball to go faster, and then I unmorphed, went into Spin Jump because I needed the extra time to clear the one platform to get to the bottom one. So that's all that was. And we got Molly, who's bored and unhappy because it's snowing outside and she doesn't like the cold. Drop. Keep moving. Here, same thing as before. But now that we have a lot of pickups, you know what? These guys don't hit that hard, so we're just going to ignore them. We also know that at the door to Kraid, we're going to get all these pickups anyway, so why bother? So it doesn't matter getting hit. And we save a whole bunch of time just getting up to Kraid. Look at that. And now I'm up to full. So just simple things like that is going to save you a bunch of time. Great. Nothing has changed. Okay. Just gonna lay into with missiles. You want? You can use the charge beam in his mouth. Here. Still not going very fast. And we're not using missiles on his belly. But we are getting the pickups so that when we face his head, we're not going to run out of missiles. Okay, that was not a fast mash. Use the white beam to take out the nails. And any incidental ones that hit my missiles are just fine. We're going to counter. And we're not going to... We're not going to go through the counter sequence this time. Why? Because Kraid is almost dead. And if we do the counter sequence, we have to go through the entire counter sequence, and we were pretty sure that Kraid was almost dead anyway. Okay. Diffusion beam at 3243. Alright, now this is going to be the first major diversion in this route. Alright, so normally we would go... we're heading over to Dayron. We would go back through to go grab the Morph Bomb, through the enemy zone, and then we would head over to Berenia and get Flash Shift. Instead, we're going to take a minor detour, and we're going to go grab Grapple Beam. This was 100% developer intended. There is a minor trick that we're going to have to go do. Okay? So let me explain what's going on. So we're not going to pick up this energy part anymore. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So here, we're going to do it, what we call a Coyote Jump. Which is just a slide jump as you pass through here. So Samus is actually going to jump in midair. And the intent is that we're going to jump, and then we're going to get up against the wall, and then we're going to wall jump. And then we'll hit that platform above. Okay? So it's very simple. It's not very complicated. And that's all it is. Okay, you don't have to panic. Like the worst thing you can do is panic and try to wall jump too early. So here it gets a little bit more complicated. What we need to do is the same. It's the same thing. We're going to Coyote Jump, and we want to hit just the in between those two lights that are right in front of us. Okay, And if we don't make it, then we can recover by sliding down and then coming back up here. So this is what it looks like. Okay. And that's just the recovery. Oh. So this is what happens. If you don't make it, you're not going to survive. So you might as well just wait. No big deal. We can try again. See, I'm jumping, then morphing. Okay, so we're just slide, coyote jump, wall jump. Here. Too early? There we go. Molly's. So this should look familiar. You usually take this route or this elevator backwards. But this allows us to get grapple beam early, and what it allows us to do is there are several grapple blocks that provide shortcuts for us, and so this is very intended. You can see there, use spin jump to get there through there faster. Now we have grapple beam. Okay. Same as before. So now we're going to head back up. However, since we don't have morph bombs, we're going to have to turn back around the way that we came in. So now there is a path up here that you can take, or if you're feeling gutsy, you can take this, where you just do the recovery that you did for the jump, and you grab onto the sledge, jump, and you're out. Saves a little bit more time. Okay. So we don't really care about lava damage. It doesn't do too much. We're just gonna keep moving. You know that charge beams are here.
Uploading data.
Okay. And now we're going to go a slightly different route. But we're going to ultimately end up at the same place. Okay. So we're going to go dodge the Emmy. He's in a bad spot. This will be... No. Not playing nice today. Yeah. Oh, come on. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Hopefully he doesn't catch me. There we go. Okay, hopefully you won't have to deal with that. But you want to get through into this door, because now we have a grapple block, and we can just go through. Just like that. Now we're in the same area as we were before. Grab that. Oh no. Now we can try to hit that bomb block as we're pressing down on the platform. Not completely mandatory, but you know, just saves a little bit of time. Okay, and now we have bombs. 40 minutes. And we have a death on it. Same as before, we're going to go to Berenia. Except this time, we're going to take a quick shortcut that we had from the beginning. But now we have grapple beam, so we can do it faster. You can melee counter those if you need to for pickups. This is a Coyote Jump in the water. So it's the same principles as what we did when we got early grapple beam, where we just allowed Samus to land in the water and then skip across. So all it is just, it's a slide jump, but you just land in the water real quick. Just saves a little bit of time. What do you think, Molly? Moving forward, same as before. Beat him a bomb. This time, we don't have to go through this entire sequence. We can just use the grapple beam. It goes through. If you want... Oh, didn't get it. We can actually use the cloak to get past that enemy. Again, just another half-second save. How's everyone doing?
Uploading data.
Are you enjoying the video? You're gonna counter. Keep moving forward. Oh, got grabbed. Here we have the grapple beam, so we can actually do it a lot faster now. And we're gonna be jumping through the water. Same principle. We're going to do a slide jump in the water. It's a little bit of a time save right there. Missile, missile. Skip this guy. And now, again, we have grapple beam. Skip the entire sequence in Berenia. All because we have grapple beam early. Okay. Same as before. Oh. No big deal. Why I didn't unmorph there. It's okay. So here, we're just going to jump and flash shift, okay? No need to wait for the magnet zipper. More flash shifting? As before, flash shift is our best friend. As soon as you get it, you abuse it. All right, let's go get speed. Now this time, because we have grapple beam, we can actually go a faster route to get to the control unit. So what we're gonna do is, while we're underwater, there's gonna be a spider magnet wall up above on the ceiling. We're gonna grab onto that and quickly get over to the door that we need to get to. Super quick. Not that complicated. Okay, here it is. We're gonna jump to get there faster. And we're gonna just... See? Real simple. Nothing complicated. Here, we're gonna do a phase jump. So what that is I wall jump and then flash shift back over to the wall. Okay? There's something faster to do. Again, charge beam. However fast you can mash right into the control unit. Same as before, to get the yellow Emmy as fast as possible. Okay, speed at 48 minutes. Okay, now we can head over to Ferenia, and we don't have to worry about getting grapple beam anymore because we already have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that just for extra missiles. And now what we're gonna do is, it's actually faster to ball spark up here rather than you watch the cinematic shine spark. So all we're doing is going back down. Charge the shine spark and go into morph ball, and then it's the same as before. Okay. Here we can do the same flash shift jump, and we're going to continue on. All right, we have grapple, and we can just continue. Okay, so now we're going to get to something a little bit more technical. As I said in the last video, the Jozo robots are the first wall that a lot of players encounter, and especially when you're trying to do speedrunning, you don't have all the same health and missile upgrades as you may if you were just exploring everywhere. So like they are tough, like they really are. So what we can actually do is you have almost exactly the right amount of length to do a shine spark, and then use that shine spark on the Jozo robot. Okay, and it takes exactly 2 shine sparks to kill a Jozo robot. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate it to you. It's a very simple setup, but it's a little bit more complicated to execute. Okay, so we're going to try a couple times. So we're going to just jump over him. We're going to land up here. We're going to sit in ball form, and he's going to try to follow us. Okay, that's all it is. So you're going to have to get used to that movement, because it is a bit tight, and unfortunately, because the way that the camera is panned, you don't see the entire room when you're charging the shine spark. So you're just gonna have to get a feel for how long it takes to charge a shine spark, and what it takes to execute it. Okay, but it completely trivializes the fight. Here, you can actually diagonally shine spark in this game. So that's how we get those missiles. If and also don't worry if you cannot do shine sparks yet, or you're having trouble with it. You know, obviously keep practicing, but using the missiles the previous way will work as just fine. Okay, so now we're gonna go back over to Verenia and make our way over to Gavran. Adam's going to tell us to go to Berenia.
Uploading data.
I have them.
Took the same route that we did before. Nice and simple, not very complicated. I know this is a very easy route to get lost in. Good, just abusing flash shift as much as possible. Now we're going to attempt a skip of Jogaga. And we're also going to try some speed tech. So right here, we're going to charge a speed booster, and we're going to get across. Okay, so it'll look like this. Okay. So obviously that's, you know, very complicated. Essentially what happens is we're going to wall jump, and then we land on the platform, wall jump, like off of the ledge, and that just gives us enough time to morph ball into that small crevice, and then we're just allowed to carry that speed going forward. But not something that's absolutely necessary. It just like saves you some time. Right now I've just been using all of that time that I just saved explaining that trick. So here we can do the same thing. Oh, didn't get it. It's fine. Okay. All right, so here is another pseudo wave beam skip. All right, and what this does is we're going to be able to shoot through the wall and avoid fighting the underwater boss Strogiga. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide into the wall, okay, just like that. And then as we slide, we're going to do a 360, okay, and Samus is just going to stick her leg into the wall and then stay on the wall, okay? And lastly, we're going to have a charge beam ready to go. And then as Samus is turning around the second time, that's when we release our charge beam, okay? So it's going to look like this. See how it goes through the wall? And now we just have to aim it slightly down so that we hit the bomb block. Just like that. Well, it does take a few tries. And now we have the path open to go to Gavrin. Okay. Oh, oh. Of course, it gets me at the very end. Come on, grapple beam. As you get better with that, you can avoid killing those beasts. But you know, just do whatever you're comfortable with, because those are very annoying and they can use up a lot of time. Okay. So we're just about to head over to our next Jozo robot, and we're going to do another Shine Spark. This one is a little bit tougher, and there are a few ways to do it. I'm going to show you my way, which is we're going to use an instant spark. So the way that you execute an instant spark is like you do a spin jump while you have it, and then you hold Y and B at the same time and the direction that you want to move, okay? So it just looks like that. And I can Shine Spark in any of the 8 directions that I want to go to. Okay. So you want to stay at the very edge right here, and then we're going to charge the Shine Spark, okay? If you're unsuccessful with the Shine Spark, you can turn around before the mini boss spawns and try again. And at this point, he has half of his health missing. So it just makes it that much easier. Okay. And if you fail, you know what? You fail, and then you just have to fight him like normal. It's not that big of a deal. So we're gonna be abusing the grapple beam a little bit more, and this just comes off of just base knowledge of the map. All right, so now we've successfully done Shine Sparks on the Jozo robots, and we've also skipped our first boss.
Yeah, more one.
So now time to get supers. Just over an hour. Not bad. If anyone has any questions about some of the stuff that I'm doing, just please ask in the chat. Okay, so now we're going to go and attempt a faster sequence through this room. This is the room with the giant whale. What we're going to do is we're going to immediately jump and then flash shift onto the upper platform, and then we can just kind of jump and flash shift to the end of the room. Okay, so it's not very complicated, but the timing is a little tight. So, okay, that's all it is. So it's just jump, flash shift, land on the platform, jump again, and then just more flash shifting. Thank you for the follow. It is, thank you. This is a tutorial on running, so this is not like an official like run. Usually, I'm a lot faster than this, but this is kind of like teaching players like how to speedrun. But thank you for the good luck anyway. So, gonna get through here as quickly as possible. Skip the cutscene. Use flash shift to keep moving. Now we have plasma beam. Okay. So now we're going to start integrating flash shift into faster movement here. So we know that the guy's right there. We also know that there's going to be flame grabs. So we're just going to flash shift through all of this. See, look at that. Look how easy that was. It's just pressing the A button. Okay, and saves us a ton of time fighting a bunch of things that are unnecessary. All right, so now we're going to be working on our mash because we want to be able to get it to the point where we can just melt these Jozo warriors. Okay, so we're going to wait for them to get on the ground. Nothing complicated. Whenever they attack, we just flash shift away. And that's it. We're not panicking. We're not like moving around a whole bunch. We're just waiting for the boss to move so that we can react ourselves. Here, we're just going to speed boost across. So Sol, have you been enjoying Metroid Dread? Skip the cutscene. So we're going to attempt a speed boost tech. This is pretty complicated, but I just wanted to kind of demonstrate it for you. I might not be able to get it, but we'll see. So we're going to speed boost in. We're going to immediately jump. And what you want to make sure you do is you aim your shots as you're on the ground, because if you shoot while speed running, you're going to lose your speed. Okay. Now here's another speedrun tech. We're going to slide. And we're going to just reach up here and grab that. Okay. So this is, again, map awareness, where things are and what you can do. So what that was I jumped on the platform in the water, jumped up in the air, and then shot the grapple beam straight up to the air, grabbed a magnet wall that was up on the ceiling, and then pulled myself up. So this is going to be our next sequence break. Usually we would go up here and grab the spin boost and move forward, but instead we're going to do an underwater bomb jump sequence. So what this is you're going to lay a bomb on the ground like so, okay, and then you're going to bounce on the ground underwater. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to unmorph. Okay, what this does is it stores the bomb jump energy within Samus. Okay, so now we're going to jump, morph into a ball again, and release a bomb up in the air, and then we're going to unmorph as we land. As soon as we land, we're going to jump again, morph ball right on top of the mine that we just planted up in the air, and then we're going to gain some height. Okay, so this is what it looks like. See? Okay, and then if you don't get it, all you have to do is store the energy again and then try again. Okay, so what we're going to do, just like that. Okay, this is pretty technical. It requires a lot of inputs. I'll link a video in the description on how to do this, but it's a very useful maneuver to learn. And now we don't have spin jump, so we have to be a little bit more careful about getting on these plants. Okay. Emmy was right there, so I had to react accordingly. Okay. So now what we're going to do, so we're going to stand back just slightly, and we're going to charge up a spin or a shine spark. Okay, we're gonna go in this direction right here. Now the enemy should, yep, he's gonna come through this door, and then he's gonna crawl at us from the opposite direction. So the way to set this up, and I have a video on this as well, is you open up the door with a charge beam as you enter the... Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So what you do is you you open up the door with the charge beam as you enter that room. In doing so, that unlocks the door, allowing the enemy to come turn around and come back through it. And so we just position ourselves in the spot so that we can immediately start firing at the enemy. So unfortunately, he was not playing nice, so I had to do some more tricky stuff. But that's the general gist of it. The big drawback to that strategy is that your health and missiles do kind of obscure him, so it's a little bit tricky sometimes, but not by much. Oh my goodness, can you please just not? All right. So right here, we're going to do a slightly tricky jump because we still don't have the spin boost. So we can't normally grab onto the sledge. But what we can do is a very close wall jump right here and then flash shift over. So it looks like that. Okay. So we have pulse radar again. We're not going to actually use this, but because we know where everything is. Or everything that we're going to use. We know where it is. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go grab spin boost. Now that we have spin boost, I'm going to try another tricky shine spark. So from here, we're going to flash shift all the way across, charge the shine spark, head down. Okay, we're going to spin jump and then press Y and B at the same time in order to shine spark across. Okay, it's a little complicated. You want to get very used to spin jumping while you still have the shine spark stored in you, and you also have to, you know, get used to that kind of motion because it does, your time is limited having the shine spark stored. But once you get it, it's not complicated at all. Okay, and now we're going to go grab gravity suit, but we're going to take a shortcut right down here. Doing shine spark puzzle. Okay. So I have a video on this. I'll link it in the description, but essentially it's 3 shine sparks in a row. That's all it is. When you shine spark onto a diagonal platform, Samus continues with the speed booster. Okay. And now we are already at gravity suit without having to go through the entire Barenia fish tank. Saves a whole lot of time. Okay. Now, what we need to do we're going to do a Shine Spark up and then flash shift over. Okay, it's the only way that you can get up here, so unfortunately you're just going to have to learn how to do the Shine Sparks. Okay, now we're going to talk to Adam. Adam's going to tell us it's cold again.
Uploading data.
Next chapter.
So now we're going to follow through with the Frozen Arteria sequence again. And this will be the last time that we actually do this. Next route, which will be definitely a sub 2 hour route, we're going to be skipping this completely. And this will be the last time that we see poor Experiment C57. So say goodbyes right now. And we're also going to, I'm going to show off a speed run or a quick kill. So this is very similar to what we did before, but we don't have space jump. Okay. And here we're going to go ahead and charge a Shine Spark and take it all the way down with us. Because look, Jozo Warrior. But now we don't have to deal with the shield. Using flash shift as much as possible.
Uploading data.
The only difference is that we have
I have determined the least this area of the center.
okay. So here there is a way to do a Shine Spark, but it's pretty complicated. I'm not gonna bother showing it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear these two guys, and we're going to do an infinite wall jump. Okay. So all it is you drop a bomb at the bottom of the jump and at the top, and then you get into a rhythm. Okay, and it's just like dot 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 dot. That's all it is. Okay. So here we already broke that, but just don't be alarmed. That's just there. And we're going to make our way over to Guitarist, as we would normally. What the heck? I feel like my controller just stopped inputting. That was really weird. Don't have to face all these enemies, okay? All superfluous. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to Shining Spark Experiment C57. It's during the Flappy Bird sequence. So we're going to do everything as we did normally in the last run. It's just a little bit more complicated now that we have spin boost instead of space jump. But it's not too much more difficult. Oh, and we don't have I forgot we don't have storm missiles. It's not a big good deal. Okay, so here we go. Boss down. So there is a few ways to do it. You can wait until you get to that one where you're at the bottom and then charge the Shine Spark. I like to just wait till the very end because you still have enough time. And it's the same instant spark as the others. You just do Y and B. It's nothing crazy, nothing new that we're doing. We're just building on the knowledge that we already have. Okay, and as before, we're gonna go get Screw Attack. Why aren't you doing it? There we go. I feel like they added that in the recent patch. That you can see the where Screw Attack is. Any questions so far on anything that we've learned today? Now we have Screw Attack, hour and 24 minutes. Again, no space jump, kind of complicates matters, but it's not that bad. Okay, so here we have to talk to Adam first. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a Shine Spark up in order to
Well done, Stuart.
get up to the higher platform. Okay, so grab this missile plus tank. that sucks. I don't know why this takes forever to load. No, don't fall again, please. God damn it. Alright, well, this can happen. Let's try this again. Nope. It's just those two. Okay. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've had to do this. Ah, damn it. Okay. There we go. So, sorry about that. Okay, same thing here. Okay. And we're gonna do the same thing with the Jozo robots. Sorry. Not gonna deal with advertisements in my chat. Okay. Now we're just going to Shine Spark up. Go get cross bombs. So this one, we're going to attempt to do a another Shine Spark. So here, charge Shine Spark. I'm gonna flash shift. Oh, didn't get it. That's all right. No. Nothing too outrageous. If we don't get the speed tech, we still have the fundamentals to kill the boss normally. Getting towards the end of this. And speed boost again. Talk to Adam.
Uploading data.
This area surveyed by us.
Now here we can actually do a similar thing. This is a reverse grapple beam, so it's the same thing as the pseudo weight beam that we used to skip Drogaga, and it's a 360 turn into grapple. So same concept as the pseudo wave beam, just using the grapple beam. So last that we need to go do is we're gonna get storm missiles, and this is a preference thing. I personally like to still get space jump in this route, but it's not mandatory. I'll show you how to quickly get space jump before we have to get storm missiles. And just moving, we know the route. We know where we're going. We're gonna use speed boosters here. We missed it. There, it's just you slide, go into morph ball as you get off the ledge. And as long as you're in morph ball by the time that you land, you're fine. You can continue on with that. Sometimes it happens where you just lose the spin or speed for some reason. Not sure why. But see how much easier it is to get through with gravity suit? And it's so much faster too. We don't have to do nearly as much backtracking. Okay. And here we're gonna use this. We're gonna use a Shine Spark on this boss. So we're gonna line ourselves up with this spear. And then we're going to use Screw Attack to just completely ignore all of his attacks and just melt the boss. Significantly easier than before. Don't have to worry about much of anything. Okay. Don't worry if you can't get the Shine Spark here, but it is just lining up with this this spear. But the fact that you have Screw Attack right now just makes this boss so much easier. And since we have Screw Attack, we can just melt anything. Storm missiles. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Screw attack everything that we can that's in our way. Here, we're gonna pre-charge storm missiles. Get through it faster. Okay. Now here, we're gonna charge up another Shine Spark. And we're gonna get over to this side and another Instant Spark. Okay. And the reason we do it on the golden one is because the golden one has more health than the gray one. See how easy that was? Okay, now we're gonna go up here. Open up this door. You remember dying to that boss a lot? Askew? Yeah, he's a bit of a troublesome if you don't know what's going on. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to flash shift into this room and pick up space jump and then try to flash shift out. Okay, because the door will lock behind us. May or may not get it. Didn't get it. But you can flash shift back out. But not a big deal. Now we have space jump. We'll go as we please. Now we're gonna face the purple enemy. Okay. And now for the purple enemy, again, we're going to use another speed boost, and we're going to take out the shell of the central unit. Wanted to demonstrate it on the blue one. Okay, yeah, something's going on with my controller. Okay, so we're going to just go here. Shine Spark. Get underneath. Look how easy that was. But yeah, something weird is going on with my controller. So this time we're going to actually defeat the purple enemy in a faster location. Okay, so we're not going to go through the entire gauntlet. So here, I'm going to open this up, use Charge Beam, and then we're going to come back, okay? We're going to use a cross bomb here, and then shoot through the enemy as he's crawling through here. Now we're going to come back, continue shooting at the enemy. That's it. That saves at least a minute of waiting and going through the entire gauntlet. And this is not, it's not complicated. It's just knowledge of the game. Now we have wave beam. I'm saying wide beam. We're gonna get out. Don't care about the fire damage. Negligible. Try to shell Molly down here. There we go. Little speed running puppy. Okay. And this Jozo Soldier is going to be just like it was in the beginning or last run. We're going to use storm missiles to break his shield. Every time he attacks. Now the shield's gone. Just use wave beam. And I'm not watching Samus when I'm fighting these bosses. I'm watching the boss themselves. Like, I think that's probably one of the biggest things that a lot of players have to learn, is that, like, you do not need to be watching yourself. Like, you should know when you flash shift how far you're going to be going with flash shift. Like, you should, in your peripheral, just understand where your general location is, and you need to be watching the boss to see what they're going to be doing. Okay. So I'm going to show a minor optimization. So we're actually going to release the power bomb here and then move over to the next room. And in the process, we're going to also try to gain power bombs, because power bombs do not spawn more power bombs. So we're going to do that. So you have to use the wave beam in order to spawn more. Okay, and we're going to use it on here. And now we have one more just
Uploading data.
to break the bridge. Okay. I'm going to save. Now we're going to charge this speed boost. We're going to release a power bomb, and then we're going to ball spark up. Okay. Look how fast that was. As soon as you release the power bomb, you can then just release the ball spark as well. Okay, golden boy, same as red. Not doing anything different than we talked about in the last video. We're just we're adding on to the fundamentals that we learned before. Okay, so as you get better, as you can shoot faster, like things are gonna start coming together real quickly for you. Okay, so last that we're going to do is we're going to learn the gold skip for Ravenbeak. Okay, so Ravenbeak on the first phase has that shield, and when you do enough damage to it, it will go to red. He'll do the counter sequence, and then if you don't break his health bar in phase 1, the shield will go to gold. It won't take any more damage, and you have to wait for him to counter. What we ended up finding is that if you shoot 9 ice missiles into him and then wait for him to counter in the phase 1, you should be able to do enough damage to be able to do it in just 2 counters. Okay, and really this is going to require like a bit faster of a mash. It's not this. Okay, It's not this. Okay? It's, you know, it's a pretty, you know, like 2 or 3 shots a second. It's nothing really to be worried about. Okay? You don't have to worry about this. Okay? So I'm gonna shoot 9 ice missiles into Ravenbeak. And then we're just going to sit and wait for him to do his thing, okay? Everything else, phase 2 and 3, is all gonna be the same. Ice missiles all day. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we just wait. It's magenta color, that's what you want. You can charge up storm missiles if you want. Release the storm missiles. Just lay into them, okay? Now fire another ice missile, get them into the red phase. We skipped gold phase. Okay, now we're in phase 2. If you want, you can use cross bombs to supplement your damage. Up to you. It's not completely mandatory. But as you get less and less missiles, it might be something that you might want to look into. Cross bombs do the exact same damage as ice missiles do. But, you know, they are still slower than ice missiles. But in phase 3, we can do this, where we... No, this might be a problem. Why am I getting out of Morph Ball? There we go. Same as before, take a counter if you need it. So as you probably saw there in phase 3, I was using a method where we drop 2 missiles and then we go into Morph Ball and lay a cross bomb. And then you're just gonna get into a rhythm of laying just 2 missiles, cross bomb, 2 missiles, cross bomb. And lastly, same as before, quick kill on Ravenbeak X. Wait for 5 steps. He stumbles for a second, and then we charge Hyper Beam. And now we're just going to do the same sequence, but we're going to add another Shine Spark to this. Okay. You want to get used to just kind of tapping. I'm going to use a power bomb right there, just slightly faster. So here, we're gonna do a Shine Spark. We're gonna jump twice, move up. We don't get that cinematic one, which is a lot faster. Now we're going to do spin boost here. Charge a Shine Spark. Carry it all the way up. When we get up here, we're gonna release it that much faster.
So, you will drain the ship of its energy.
So, any questions? No thoughts, no comments, or anything? So, there you have it. We have a clear time of 2:02:05:02. This was with the death and screwing up Shine Spark and Barinia a couple times. So, there's plenty. This is not, 100% optimal. This, there's obviously some room for improvement here, but the whole point is that you can do, like, this is not very complicated. So I don't know why. That's version 2.0. Not sure why it's not giving me the little score screen at the end, but so that's it for today. I will be posting this up on YouTube, and there will be some commentary, some comments. I'll also link all the videos that I was describing throughout the run, and sometime later this week, we will go ahead and do episode 3, where we are going to demonstrate the current route of any percent normal mode, which is going to be the early space jump. Pseudo wave beam allows us to skip the entire frozen arteria sequence, and is currently the fastest method, barring one sequence break that I'm still working on myself, so I haven't been able to do it consistently, but I will go ahead and just kind of demonstrate it, see if I can get it. Hopefully this controller is not breaking, but yeah, there were a couple times where it just stopped inputting completely. But yeah, so we have a video on this specifically. It's called the Kataris Atom Save Skip. It allows us to completely break Adam in Kataris, and we don't have to talk to him for the rest of the run. So this is brand new. It's about 2 weeks old at this point, maybe 3. But this is the room where we have to jump, and we have to get up to that magnet wall up above. So the way that we do this, we wall jump, melee counter, and then wall jump again. But the trick of it is that it requires a nearly frame perfect wall jump. The skip is that should have been it. Saves about 2.5 minutes. But as you get better with speedrunning, 2.5 minutes is significant. But there's a lot more fundamentals that I want everyone to be practicing in order to, build up to this. Because this is, while this is like great and new and flashy and everything, this is not what you should be focusing on if you're really starting to get into Metroid Dread speedrunning. So I don't think I can do it while talking. feel like I'm not getting the second wall jump, or second wall jump, the last one. Yeah, that one right there. That should have been it. Yeah, you can see I'm already rusty doing the other runs. That should have been it. See, and that's it. So that probably took about 3 minutes, I'll say, of practicing it. So we're still trying. I'm still trying to get it consistently myself. It's not an easy trick, I'll say, but I do have a video on it if you are interested. I recommend focus on fundamentals before attempting this trick, because like I said, you can save a lot more time by practicing fundamentals, learning the route before doing something as flashy as Guitarist Adam Save Skip. Like, I really strongly recommend, like, don't waste, like, as you get better at speedrunning, you'll quickly realize that the faster you are, the more effort you're going to have to exert in order to find more time to save. And so, like, as you're learning and as you're practicing, it's better to learn the fundamentals, get all of it down, because you're going to save a lot more time than the 2 minutes and 30 seconds that would be optimal just for this. Okay. So keep practicing pseudo wave beam, keep practicing your shine sparks, practice the route, like, know where you're going, know, like, as you enter into a room, know where that room, what that room looks like, and where you're going to have to go, and where those enemies are, what are the ones that you have to avoid versus the ones that you're going to have to kill. Okay. And be mindful of both your health and missiles. Like, do I really need to kill that enemy? Like, am I going to die, like, soon, or is it going to be that I could just ignore it, or I could just even take the hit and then just continue on? Okay. That's going to be a lot more useful information for you than doing something as silly as this, because I can tell you, I've spent a good solid, like, just several hours practicing this. Okay. But just getting down the pseudo wave beam is going to be more cost effective for your time than working on something like this. And that's why I've structured these videos in the way that I have, where we're only practicing very simple skips, simple sequence breaks, ones that were already intended by the developer, so that you can kind of get used to that idea of doing sequence breaking. And then as you like learn and build on those fundamentals, then you can start building on other things. So next time, we're going to be using that pseudo wave beam that we did at the beginning in Arteria, and we're going to perform a sequence break in Arteria, so that we're actually going to get Charged Beam, then Phantom Cloak, then Spider Magnet is going to be last. Right now we've been doing Charged Beam, Spider Magnet, then Phantom Cloak. So stay tuned for that. It'll be sometime this week, maybe in the next couple of days. And then we'll also work out how we're going to do more pseudo wave beams, and also the space jump. We're going to do the sequence where we do early space jump, and how we're going to learn the route for that, because it's clearly unintended, and the sequence, the pathing itself is a little bit of a roundabout. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give a like. Consider watching me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ososhocken. And also like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, ososhocken-gaming. There's no other comments or questions. Everyone take care. We'll see you next time.